Hi, my name is Robin, and I was super inspired by the Halloween store suggestion. I wasn't quite sure what I was looking for when I went in, so I just kind of started looking around and let it inspire me. I ended up deciding to talk about the different costumes that are offered to boys and girls. I thought the entire store was a really great example of the list of gender adjectives that Megan created in Module 3. Specifically, I saw that boys had a little more variety in their costumes. They had the option to dress up as doctors or pilots or other professions. They had superheroes and Power Rangers and ninjas. And there was just really a lot of things that they could do, a lot of different things that they could try. There was absolutely no unisex section, and the little girls only had costumes like frilly animals and dolls. Based on this experience, I thought the message that it sent to children is that boys can be whatever they want, and little girls have to be cute. Their only goal is to be cute. Even in the rhetoric that they used to describe the costumes, you could tell just the difference between the boys and the girls. For instance, this is exactly the same costume, but they described the little boy as a Cherokee warrior, while the little girl is just an Indian girl. I don't think that the messages have differentiated much from when I was growing up because I remember shopping for costumes and always wearing a different version of the same outfit. Some cute, way too thin dress that was kind of a cop out of what I really wanted to be. A specific example of gender messaging is the weird obsession that society has with forcing dolls on little girls. The vast majority of toys in the toy section for girls are dolls, like Barbies or babies, and I was literally found 7 different doll costumes in this store, and it was a fairly small Halloween store. There aren't really any dolls that are geared toward boys, and there wasn't a single boy in a doll costume in the store. Even the BBC experiment in Module 4, adults insisted on offering children who they thought were girls the dolls. These messages are good, harmful, or neutral depending on what angle it is that you view them from. For instance, if a little boy goes into the Halloween store, he gets the feeling that he can grow up to be whatever he wants to be, which we all agree has a positive impact on him. A little girl's worldview is limited in a very different way. Specifically, the amount of doll costumes that I found really made me uncomfortable and creeped me out. Like, I get it. Little girls can only be dolls. They even had a Barbie bride costume, which I disliked so much I included it twice. Some little girl is being encouraged to strive to be someone's wife, but there wasn't a tiny groom costume. Where is my Ken doll groom? That can't have a good lasting effect on young women. I have examined Halloween costumes before, but this experience definitely changed my view just a little bit, just because I had never really viewed them under the scrutiny that I did for this project. I wasn't really happy with what I found, but I also wasn't super surprised. Because it's a fairly small store, the owners were actually there, and one of them came up to me and asked me if I needed help finding anything. Rebecca was her name, and I told her about this project, so I took that as an opportunity to ask her just a couple of questions. I asked her if there was a unisex section, and she said there was not, but that's because she hadn't really had a demand for it in previous years. She told me that there were more surgeon and police costumes for little girls, but that from the manufacturer, but that she had never bothered to buy them because there isn't really a market for it. I asked her why she thought that was, and she told me that she thought that that was the manufacturer's fault. She said that she thought the manufacturer needed to create different costumes. Do you think the solution to a more diverse and less sexist costumes for children will be found through the manufacturer, through a direct buyer like herself, or through us, the consumer?